Hard swapping is so broken. Lol, hard swapping is fair, but it's ridiculous. What's broken about? You could be winning a fight and then the opponent changes their entire build essentially to turn the tide of a battle. Gedo, what the fuck are you saying? You are not changing your build. Every single thing that you have in the inventory is literally part of your build. Your build is not only that's on the display, it's also something that you utilize in order to surprise your opponent. Like this armor set is coded in order to handle 23 weight ratio like weapons, yeah? From this perspective, what we are currently wearing is not even a build, it's like a half build, because I'm utilizing only half of the weight points that I can. You're not even fighting the same build anymore. Okay, so upset for you is actually the fact that you can get surprised by someone. Like, let's say that I am right now wearing lance or like grave scythe, and then I can swap to the bear claws and surprise you. You are not playing PvE. I am not a boss that you have to learn the move patterns and you're supposed to know the moves. Like, PvP is about unpredictability mostly. Here you go. Now I swapped my armor piece to something that is going to make it easier for me to deal with two magic spammers, yeah? Like, I literally still have the same stats. It's just a setup. Any build can use shit tons of different setups. And I could beat them with whatever I had earlier, but it just would require me to play extremely passively. Me swapping right now my setup just allowed me to play aggro, made the game more interesting. It's super casual coded to just consider swapping things in your inventory, something that, lol, that you can do literally in any game imaginable that is an RPG. I don't know even a singular game that would lock off your inventory entirely, just like that. Like in games like Skyrim, you literally freeze the time when you enter menus. Your menuing is even easier, dude. At least in game like Elden Ring, in Souls games, you have to actively menu under pressure. It's way more dynamic and just better. And soft swapping is just yet again so much fucking better. If I could put myself without any weight limitations things on the soft swaps, that would be so fucking broken. Like yet again, I R2 and now I R2 and I try to run away, yeah? And now I do the same with the soft swap. You immediately sprint away at full speed. You don't even look at the same person who invaded. You look like a whole new person. So what? I mean, like, I'm looking literally the same. The character mold is the same. What swapped is armor piece. Just exactly like in Diablo, you are going to give yourself like a different stuff in order to teleport around, because let's say you have like teleportation ability on one stuff, and other stuff you have like other ability that is better for fighting. Like, you cannot look at video games from the standpoint of realism. You can only do that in case if you want to immerse yourself in the games, but then you're never supposed to play a multiplayer game with multiplayer elements, which Elden Ring just is. That being said, From Software of course allow you to play offline, and that's what you're supposed to do if you want to immerse yourself. Immersing yourself.
I am poor.
Request weapon for jeden invade. Vikes Warsgear.
You want Vikes? I don't think I can actually use Vikes. I'm gonna see later. Interesting. The lag looks like as if that would be a proper timing. Aha. That lagged. You are a golden combatant on a meta and have beaten many hard swappers. It's still hilariously ridiculous. I mean, like, one of the best players in Elden Ring, like duels wise, someone that won multiple tournaments, cannot hard swap for shit. His name is Shield Poke, and he's playing presets without any hard swaps from the get-go. You don't need hard swaps to win. If anything, it actually can bring you more trouble, yeah, because you are just limiting your vision and you are also limiting your ability to dodge. Hard swapping is not at all and sort of the mandatory super powerful thing. And that being said, of course, being golden combatant on arena, like people with two left hands can do that if they actually put enough effort into it, or they are going to or they are just going to like get themselves a proper setup. Yeah, Claude just said that she was a golden combatant with 0 poise build. Here you go. Imagine you're winning and the opponent basically transforms into a whole new guy, but this is only in your imagination. That doesn't happen. You still have the same guy over here, yeah, like beneath your helmet. No matter if you have this helmet. The only thing that changed is your armor appearance, and it's only because different armors have different stats, so this is like a micro optimization that just makes sense. This is not that important to have the same armor like look all the time. Why it would be? I don't know, maybe you want to admire fashion of someone or something, but honestly there is nothing to admire if someone wears shit like me, for one, yeah? Why it's worth for one to swap your armor against someone that uses Milady moveset, yeah? It's because of its poise values. Like right now, because I didn't swap my shit yet, it's pointlessly harder for me to just punish someone that's just smashing R2. If I would swap my shit, I could just simply murder the guy every single time like he is mashing the R2, yeah? Because I would be surviving the first hit without being staggered. I just would poise through it. How the fuck is it so fucking hard to understand to people that this is just a normal part of the fucking micro game optimization? If you are not doing that, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean like that if you are not doing that, you are a better player. That means you are worse player. You cannot adapt to the situation properly. You're making life for yourself harder, not because you are just so fucking good that you can actually manage under the pressure of being at a disadvantage. It just means that you are not knowledgeable fucking enough, or you actually are not skilled enough to properly adapt to the situation. Inability to adapt to the situation doesn't mean that you are a better player, it means you are a worse player. It's like such a fucking cope among casual players that they think that someone that doesn't change the armor setup or whatever can be even considered remotely like actually a better player or someone that is like more honest. Changing your setup when you are losing is a actual proof of somewhat of battle intelligence rather than you admitting defeat or whatever, like some fucking scraps actually believe it. Like at the end of the day, I am going to be the one winning over you. You are not gonna be the one winning over me in your funny fucking fashion armor. Royal Remains is one of the most infamously desperate hard swaps. So you basically changing equipment to something that works in the low HP is desperate. Does that mean that people that in PvE are making setups to, let's say, one-shot boss are desperate scrubs and they are just like, I don't know, bad at the game or what? Because you could use practically the same narrative about challenge runners or whatever, yeah? One-shotting mobs in the PvE, one-shotting bosses in the PvE, yeah? Like preparing the setup for the one-shot. What, you cannot fucking properly beat a boss with an upgraded weapon? What, are you fucking scrub? You're preparing yourself the one-shot setup? What, are you fucking stupid? Oopsie. Unfortunate jump in. It's like using literally basic game mechanics being considered as something wow, omega fucking either like dishonest or weird or whatever is something that I really cannot fucking understand. Flo want to say something, but
I just want to say that it's obvious, darling, it's obvious. This is something that requires skill. Gaining skills requires effort. People hate effort, so they are gonna come up with the insanest cope possible to justify they're not willing to put effort. Oh, it's difficult. I have to work towards it. Oh, so if other person can do it, that's an exploit.
Well,
And by
okay.
the way, I cannot hard swap for my... I just cannot. But like, come on. Ugh.
I was being attacked by the guy.
Put some self-reflection to your life. You hate hard swaps because you cannot do them. If you could do them, you'd be hard swapping left and right. Just be honest with yourself.
Let's actually see more. We kind of lost the track of what's going on here. Hard swapping is not cheating, it's cheap and underhanded. Still something to look down on. I could put on a wig, declare my gender transition, and enter women's sports and dominate at a category I excel in. Would that be fair? Swapping your armor in the video game is now considered on the same level as transitioning into a man or a woman. If you are swapping, you're actually transgender, GG. Not only transgender, but also a transgender only for the sole purpose to beat another individual in the competition. Like, dude, of course this is profoundly retarded, okay? Like, you're not even supposed to probably talk with someone that brings this type of arguments because it's just pointless. But it doesn't even make sense because hard swapping is not something that you're gonna have to work hard for, yeah? Like, let's say, you know, a proper transition is just not a matter of simply doing something, yeah? Hard swapping is... It's really as simple as going into your menus and just choosing another weapon. Fundamentally, it's absurdly simple. Of course, some people are gonna be better at it, some people are gonna be worse at it, but fundamentally, it is just absurdly simple. There is no point to block someone an access to the menu. That's fucking stupid to have blocked off access to the menu. If we had like blocked off access to the menu, everyone would be running something like this realistically. A fun weapon, and then soft swap with something that's extremely powerful. That would be it. You misrepresent what I said. I was talking to Synesthesia about using invisibility to remove lock-on. Ah, I kind of don't understand. So, like, you mean using Unseen Form and Assassin Gambit at the same time? That's what you mean? Or you mean literally only Assassin Gambit? Because, honestly, like, using Assassin Gambit to remove lock-on at certain distance is literally just a part of the game. Finally, somebody called you out for using weapon type transition surgery in Elden Ring. I mean, like, apparently Gamer didn't mean that about hard swapping, but about using Unseen Form and Assassin Gambit. Unless he means only Assassin Gambit or only Unseen Form, then. Like, I don't even, you know, it's hard to tell if Unseen Form and Assassin Gambit used together is actually a glitch or not. It's basically what both things do. They lower the radius of acceptable lock-on and also like visibility in case of PvE. So it's hardly can be called a glitch. It's just usage of the game mechanics. Your analogy still makes no sense, Jedo Planet, because Unseen Form and Assassin Gambit are in the game. Well, something being in the game, like glitches are in the game, but yeah, the point being is that it is not like unintended mechanic even. Guess what? Just like hard swapping. And this guy is over leveled like shit still. Holy fuck. This damage. Okay, GG. But yeah, Assassin's Gambit and Unseen Form used together can be considered unfair, but something not being balanced within the realm of the game probably shouldn't be thrown upon that much anyway.
I am poor.
Assassin's Gambit plus Unseen Form is Elden Ring's version of WoW of Silence.
Thank you for the super chat, Tile, and yeah, maybe you could actually consider it like that. Celia, welcome for rage baiting people into engagement. I mean, the rage bait like rage bait. I think these topics, like these talks, are somewhat important because initially I will not stop fucking falling. Initially, it was like this. When Dark Souls released, people were literally making up as stupid as rules how another's supposed to fight just to cope with them actually not being able to, let's say, properly counter backstab or correctly play around like actually latency and so on and so forth. The less general cope in the sphere of the Souls community you have, the better. Because, frankly, just this type of copish behavior limits you in improving as a player. Like, look where Dark Souls 1 community is nowadays. People nowadays actually know how to play around backstabs. They figured out how to make their backs invulnerable with pivots and so on. And all of that is just a matter of people maturing.
I am poor.
In the Elden Ring movie, if the blacksmith holds steel, will that be you in the movie?
Technically. Thank you, Darkman. But yeah, it's important to have this type of discussions, even though if they stem from something profoundly retarded, someone being stubborn, or someone straight up just attention whoring and acting like a moron just for the sole purpose to bait people into like arguing with them. At the end of the day, these discussions are important because side viewers get different perspective. Someone gonna watch video like this later on. I'm gonna be like, wait, like my friend saying that hard swapping is actually very bad. Maybe it's actually not. Maybe they are fucking coping. Maybe that argumentation they just heard from the guy on the internet that kind of knows what he's doing, or at least looks like he does. Well, maybe these arguments just make sense. Like, maybe my friends that barely can freaking hold against any scrap imaginable on the arena, maybe they actually do not exactly know what they are talking about. Maybe the guy that actually won a bunch of the tournaments and is one of the best invader in the world till this day is actually, maybe he knows a little bit more. Also, like, very good at falling into the abyss apparently. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, the more appreciation there is in the community sphere for tryhards and tryhard things, the overall community gonna be better at the end of the day.